All right, let's dive right in. We're about to tackle a really crucial distinction that, believe it or not, could be silently costing your venue thousands. We're talking about the venue revenue engine, and we're going to get crystal clear on why your booking calendar is absolutely not your CRM.
So this is the big one, right? It's a belief that so many owners and managers in our industry hold. And it makes sense on the surface. It feels logical. But as we're about to see, it's a fundamental misunderstanding that can put a serious cap on your growth.
Plain and simple. It just isn't. And you know what? Just accepting that fact is the very first step toward unlocking some serious potential. Look, this isn't just about using the right buzzwords or software jargon. This confusion has a direct, real-world impact on your bottom line. We're talking lost leads, inconsistent follow-ups, and a complete black hole when it comes to sales visibility. So let's really break this down, this costly misunderstanding. We're going to look at what these tools actually do and why mixing them up puts a ceiling on what your venue is truly capable of.
Okay, so to get clear on this, we've got to define our terms. Let's put these two systems side by side and really understand their unique and very separate roles in your business.
This chart lays it all out perfectly. On one side, you've got the booking system. It's all about transactions, the nitty-gritty of a confirmed event. And on the other side, the CRM. That's all about opportunity, the entire journey from a simple question to a paying client. One is about operations, the other is all about growth. So let's zoom in on the booking system. Think of it as your operational command center. It answers questions like, hey, is October 12th free? Or did this client pay their deposit yet? It really only kicks in after you've already sealed the deal. It's absolutely essential, for sure, but it only manages what you already have. Now, let's talk about the CRM, which stands for Customer Relationship Management. This is your growth engine. It manages everything, and I mean everything that happens before a client signs on the dotted line. It tracks where your leads are coming from, pokes you to follow up, and tells you exactly how well your sales process is actually working. It's all about potential. So if you remember one thing, let it be this simple distinction. Your booking calendar shows you the money you've already locked down. Your CRM shows you all the money you could be making. And more importantly, it helps you go out and actually get it. Now that we're clear on the what, let's dig into why this matters so much. All right, let's look at the real-world fallout from this. When you confuse these two systems, you basically create gaps in your sales process, and that's where something called revenue leakage starts to happen. Okay, be honest, does any of this look a little too familiar? These are the classic signs of trying to use a booking system for sales. A hot lead gets buried in an email inbox. A crucial follow-up call gets missed. You have absolutely no idea if your marketing dollars are actually doing anything. This is revenue just silently slipping right through your fingers. And this is the feeling it creates, isn't it? Your calendar looks pretty full. Your team is always answering emails, giving tours. You feel incredibly busy. But when you step back and look at the numbers, growth is just flat. That's because being busy isn't the same thing as having a structured, repeatable sales process. So, what does the right process even look like? Let's actually map out the ideal workflow that separates these two jobs and puts them in the correct and much more profitable order. Now, what's really fascinating here is the flow. Just notice how the first 5 steps, the entire sales and relationship building dance, that all happens inside the CRM. The booking system, it only gets tagged in at the very end, once the deal is won, to handle all the operational stuff. And this is the whole game, right here. Your sales process, which lives in your CRM, should be constantly feeding new confirmed business into your booking system. It's a one-way street. If you're trying to manage your leads from inside your calendar, you've got it completely backwards. Okay, now for the fun part. Let's talk about the payoff, because this isn't just about being more organized. When you implement a proper CRM system, it gives you data, and that data acts like a revenue multiplier. Let me give you a quick, real-world example. We worked with a venue owner who thought they were converting about half of all their inquiries. After tracking everything properly in a CRM, they discovered their actual conversion rate was 32%. And that discovery? That changed everything. This visual shows you exactly why that matters so much. You see that gap between your assumption and reality? That's where all your opportunity for growth is hiding. Without the real data from a CRM, you're basically flying blind, just hoping things are better than they are. And here's the magic. Once you can see that 32% number, you can actually start working on it. Just think,
A small 5 or 10% improvement in that one number can add tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars to your revenue each year. Data gives you that kind of leverage. So let's bring it all home with this final, really powerful comparison. Your booking system is like a history book. It's a record of your past successes. Your CRM is a diagnostic tool. It shows you exactly where and why you are losing future business, so you can finally fix the leaks. So I want to leave you with a few questions to think about. First up, can you, right now, tell me your precise conversion rate from the last quarter? And I don't mean a guess, I mean the actual number. And how about your marketing? Do you know for a fact which channel, whether it's Instagram, a wedding blog, or just good old word of mouth, brings you not just the most leads, but the most profitable ones? And finally, think about your process. Is every single lead that comes through your door followed up with in a consistent, systematic way? Or does it kind of depend on who's working that day and how busy they are? If you're answering no or not really to any of these, you just don't have true visibility into your business. Because at the end of the day, this is the big takeaway. Sustainable growth isn't about being the biggest venue or getting the most inquiries. It's about having the right structure in place to turn those inquiries into revenue, predictably and reliably. It's about building a system, not just filling a calendar.